Thank you so much, Raki, for recording. And anyone, we are going to share our recordings to our YouTube channel. So if you are uncomfortable with this meeting recordings to be uploaded, please let us know in the end of the meeting so that we can redact it, or we can not, or we don't post it in our YouTube channel. Okay, just let us know. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give a little presentation about what is Ministry of Finance Toastmasters actually. So for those first timer, they will not get confused about what is our club doing actually, what kind of organization are we. I hope it answers your questions. First, what is Toastmasters Club actually? So Toastmaster International is a non-profit organizational education that teaches public speaking and leadership skill through a worldwide network of clubs. We consist of 364,000 members across 145 countries, divided into 16,200 plus clubs. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skill, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. We've been around since 1924, so we've been helping people ever since. What makes us different is that we have pathways. So pathways is our curriculum that best align with our interest and objective. We have 11 pathways ranging from presentation mastery into visionary communication. If you see Toastmasters as university, you may see pathways as your major that you can choose. And each pathways, they have 5 levels, and in each level, you have to finish several projects in order to finish your pathways. So you may also imagine it as a game. Now we are getting to know about our little club here, Ministry of Finance Toastmasters Club. We are initially BKF, or Badan Kebijakan Fiskal Toastmasters Club. It was one of unit in Ministry of Finance. We were chartered in early April 2017 by our founding fathers, Irwanda Wisnuwardana and Andio Gudilhananto. We are a club, a family, a safe place for you to have fun and to grow your leadership and public speaking in English. Mind to tell you, Ministry Toastmasters Club actually is not an English club. You may find other Toastmaster in different languages. For example, like Bahasa Toastmaster, Mandarin Toastmaster, Korean Toastmaster, etc. But in Ministry of Finance, we choose English as our main language. These are our excos. This is where we hone our leadership skills. And these are the faces of our members. And it is still not updated yet. We still have new members coming in. And if you wish to see your face in our Hall of Fame, don't hesitate to be our member. The question is, why? Why should you be one of us? Because you will gain these benefits. First, it will improve your public speaking skill. It will build your leadership skill. You will practice writing and presenting in a group setting. This is how you have to do your project in your pathways. You have to write your speech first and then you present it in front of us. So that's where the writing and the presenting comes in. You will gain a competitive advantage in the workplace since all the skills that you learn in Toastmasters are very applicable in your daily life. You will build your self-confidence and self-awareness. You will have unlimited personal growth. You will work on networking in supportive environment because mind to tell you, Toastmasters is a worldwide network. We have sisters from different area within Jakarta. We have sisters from across Indonesia. Even currently happening is conference in Bali where all of our friends from Malaysia, Brunei are coming to attend the conference. And you may even have friends from the United States of America, the origin place of Toastmasters. And lastly, you will maximize your potential. Every time we have our weekly meeting, we have 3 main agendas. It is the prepared speech, the table topic session, and evaluation session. In prepared speech, it is a member-only session where the member has to deliver their project in order to finish their pathways. While in table topic session, it's open for everyone, including you, our soon-to-be Toastmaster, or our guest. You can deliver an impromptu speech from 1 to 2 minutes by answering our prompt that will be given later. And lastly, it is the evaluation session. This is also what makes us different because in Toastmasters, we are helping each other to be better by evaluating with constructive feedback about the meeting in general or about your speech in particular. If you wish to know more about our meeting guidelines, you may visit our Instagram page and see the highlight guidelines below. In every meeting, we also have people who take care of the meeting in general. This is also where we hone our leadership skill by taking role. We have Toastmaster of the meeting, Tom, we have table topic master, TTM, the one that will lead the table topic session. We have general evaluator, the one that will lead the evaluation session. We have timer, the grammarian. That's pretty self-explanatory. We have counter, the one that will count how many times you use in your speeches. And lastly, we have ballot counter, the one that will help us to count for the best table topic speaker, the best prepared speaker, and the best evaluator. If you see a little abbreviation in front of our name in Zoom, that indicates our role in the meeting today. We have our meeting every Friday. We've been using hybrid settings, so you may come offline in Gedung Juanda 1, activity-based workplace, or you may come through Zoom from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Jakarta time. And if you wish to come, don't forget to register yourself through the link bit.ly/rsvp-moftmc. And it's open for everyone, not limited to Ministry of Finance staff only. So if you have any relative, siblings, wife, or husband that is not a part of Ministry of Finance, and they wish to come, just take them in with you. And if you wish to be a member of us, don't hesitate to contact our VP membership, Toastmaster Dita, through her WhatsApp below. Last but not least, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at MoF Toastmasters Club for more info and meeting updates. I think that would be all for my presentation. If you guys still have any question, don't hesitate to contact VP membership, Toastmaster Dita, or everyone in this club through the chat or through the Instagram. With this, I call this meeting open. And I'm going to give the control to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Raki. The screen is yours.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Good afternoon, everybody. It's nice to meet you. I hope you're all doing well today. My name is Toastmaster Raki, or Toastmaster Akara, and I will be acting as your Toastmaster of the meeting for today. So as the Toastmaster of the meeting, I'm basically like the MC that will lead the flow of this meeting for today. Okay, so if you guys have seen our posters before you guys registered to join our meeting, you could see that our theme today is Maslow pyramid. It's not exactly something that I'm familiar with, so I had to do a little bit of browsing, and I found out that this is what a Maslow pyramid looks like. It turns out that Maslow is sort of like a psychologist, I guess, who proposed a theory about the hierarchy of needs. So apparently, as humans, we have like this tier of needs that we have. The basic one, which is physiological, and then the next tier is safety, love and belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. So I wonder what our TTM has prepared for us later on during our table topics session. And by the way, today we will have a complete free session, which shall reflect what Ministry of Finance of Toastmasters Club actually do. We have the prepared speech session, we have the table topic session, and at the end, we will have the general evaluation session. And by the way, for everyone who wishes to speak today, we have the word of the day. For today is cherish, which means to love, protect, and care for someone or something that is important to you. So if later on you guys have the chance to speak in table topics or in prepared speeches, please use the word of the day. All right, before we start our prepared speech session, let's hear about the introductions of our role takers for today. And I give the control to Madam GE, our Madam President again, Toastmaster Medica. Please introduce us to your team. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster Raki, as our Tom of the day. So good evening, everyone. Back to me again, but this time I'm wearing the hat of the GE, or General Evaluator. My task would be to evaluate the meeting in general, but I'm not going to be alone. I'll be assisted with my team today, the role takers, that going to introduce themselves and their role respectively. I'm going to call my first member of the team. It is our grammarian, Toastmaster Dita. Toastmaster Dita, are you ready?
Yes, of course.
And the screen is yours.
Thank you very much, Medika. So hi everyone, my name is Dita, and I see that I think we have someone named Dita as well. Hi, Toastmaster Dita. My name is Toastmaster Dita, so perhaps you want to change your name into Toastmaster Dita as well. So I am acting as the grammarian for today's meeting, and as a grammarian, I will try my best to put attention to all of your speeches, and I will try my best to spot any use of grammar mistakes. So maybe I sound a little bit how do you call it, scary, yeah, because it's like I am a grammar Nazi, but we are learning together here. I am still learning about grammar too, so let's just keep doing our best and don't be afraid of making mistakes, because the purpose of the grammarian is to help us all here improve. So I will deliver my observation about the grammar usage in the end of the session, and then we will perhaps we can learn one thing or two from our evaluation session. So I think that's all from me. Back to you, Medika.
All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster Dita. Now I'm going to call my next team, in which it is our counter, Toastmaster Iren. Toastmaster Iren, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Medi. Am I audible? Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Medi. So in here right now, my name is Irene, and I'm taking a role as a counter. So I will count past pillars like that, and some repetitive words like I, this means. So I will count how many times you repeat that word and how many times you use past pillars. And in here, no judgment, because in here we're learning together. I think that's all from our counter. And back again to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Medi.
All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster Irene, for your introduction as a counter. Now I'm going to call my timer, in which it is Toastmaster Imam. Toastmaster Imam, the screen is yours.
Okay, hi everyone, good afternoon. So my name is Imam, and today I will be taking the role of a timer. I will time your speeches. And since we have prepared speech today, I will explain to you how about the rules. So for several topics later, I will the time will be 1 till 2 minutes, and I will share my screen. I will share the timer with you also. You can see how long have you've been speaking. And back again, table topic is the time limit is 1 till 2 minutes. Evaluation sessions would be 2 till 3 minutes, and for the speeches itself, it will be 5 till 7 minutes. So please do pay attention to your screen later when you are giving speech, so you can see how long you've been giving your speech. I think that's all for me. Thank you, Medika. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster Imam. Everyone, during your speech, please don't forget to take a look at Toastmaster Imam's screen, because it indicates how many times that you have in delivering your speech. Last but not least, I'm going to ask, but also asking for permission from our Toastmaster Raki. Do you mind to be the ballot for today then, Raki?
I don't mind at all. Of course, Kak.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Please,
Yeah.
introduce yourself as our ballot. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. It's back to me again as your ballot counter. And so basically, at the end of the meeting, after all of the prepared speakers have spoken, and after all of you have participated in the table topic session, we shall vote about who you think is the best prepared speaker, table topic speaker, and evaluator. So later on, at the end of the meeting, I shall use the Zoom polling system, and you guys can just vote who you think is the best speaker in the polls. And I shall announce who the winner is at the end of the
Raki, so everyone, at the end of the session, don't forget to cast your vote through the polling in our Zoom. And that would be my team for today. I'm going to be back at the end of our meeting in last agenda to deliver our evaluation. And that would be all from me and my team. Raki, back to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Madam GE, for your brief but thorough introduction. Thanks for all role takers for taking roles in today's meeting. So we come to our first agenda, which is our prepared speaking session. So for those of you who don't know, our beloved Madam President is about to partake in a speech competition. Is it district or division? District, right? And it is a very real achievement for our club to have a member go to the district competition. And in today's session, she will take this chance to prepare and to show all of you what her speech would be like tomorrow during the competition. So Kak Mary, are you ready to have your prepared
Yes.
speech?
I am. Beforehand, I want to ask Toastmaster Imam to also time my speech, usually 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, but before that, guys, so a little announcement. Yes, I'm going to go to the district level international speech contest. It should be in Bali on Monday or on Sunday, like 2 days from now. But since I have a conflicting schedule, I couldn't make it offline, so I'm going to deliver my speech online. So that's why I'm going to prepare or practice with you. If you have any inputs for me, please let me know at the end of the session. I think I'm going to ask it in our evaluation session, including or my background, my clothes. It's just like my practice clothes. Tomorrow I'm going to wear a more formal clothes. Don't hesitate to tell me about everything in my ear. Okay. I think I'm ready, Toastmaster Imam.
All right, Kak, let me introduce you like a proper
Yes.
contest would be. All
You
right.
know my lines. You know my title, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have the agenda with me.
Okay.
Okay. Toastmaster Mady, parallel kindness, Toastmaster Mady.
Parallel kindness. My title sounds rather scientific, doesn't it? According to my research on the internet, parallel means similar. Or if I could visualize it, if you draw a line like this, and then you draw another line like this, these two lines are parallel. So what is the relationship between parallel and kindness? Well, that's my concept of kindness. That kindness is always parallel. Once you do good, you'll receive your good deed back to you. What a simple theory. My life experience, however, taught me that it took a complicated process to understand that simple theory. Contest chair, honorable judges, fellow Toastmasters, and esteemed guests. Today, I'm excited to share with you such life experience of mine. So my parents and I work in Jakarta, although our offices are located in different regions of Jakarta. Every day we go together by car from our home to my dad's office as our rendezvous. From there, my mom and I took different buses to our respective offices and used the same method to go home. Every time I took the bus, I always give up my seat to basically everyone who needed the seat more than me, even if they were not priority passengers. Well, you may see me as an angelic person because I do look as beautiful as an angel, but I hate to break it to you that truly I'm not that kind at heart. The reason why I give up my seat is simply because I expect people to give their seat to me if I need a seat in the future. One day, I got back from a very exhausted business trip and I had to go home with a very heavy backpack. While I waited for my bus, my heart whispered, "Dear God, this is the perfect moment for you to repay my kindness. I am in dire need of a seat right now. I can imagine having to stand up along the way with this heavy backpack. Please, 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 let me have a seat." And I guess, upon hearing my prayer, the Almighty God decided to say, nope. The bus was crowded, the seats were all taken, and nobody had given up their seat to me. Feeling exhausted and disappointed, I became furious. Why? Why is nobody being kind to me despite my daily efforts to be kind? I started to think that the concept of kindness is random. There's no point in me being kind to people because there's no guarantee people will be kind to me too. Just mind your own business, mate, from now on. That's what I thought to myself at the time. After I arrived at my dad's office, I met my mom, and just like any regular mother, I whined to her about what happened at the bus. Can you guess how my mom responded to my whining, just like any regular mother? Soothing me, calming me. She laughed so hard to the point that I got mad at her. Mom, why do you make a mockery out of my misery? And she answered, you are so unlucky. Unlike you, every time I take the bus, someone will give their seat to me. I guess they did that because I look old. But after hearing the story, I guess I got all of my seats from you. Without you realizing it, your kindness might inspire people to do the same thing on their next trip. And that person next trip might happen on the same bus with me. And voila, they give their seat to me. So, it all thanks to you, honey. Your kindness has saved me from this ankle and joint pain. My mom's joking response struck me hard. It made me realize that I've been selfish all this time. I kept thinking that my kindness shall be returned to me only as Mady. Well, I forgot when my mom was prevented from being tired, sick, or in pain. It made me happy too eventually because I couldn't bear seeing my mom sick, tired, or in pain. At the end of the day, I was the one receiving back my own kindness, but indirectly through my mom. Perhaps God was saying, nope, not you, but your mom. This life experience taught me that the concept of kindness is not random. It is parallel. Once you do good, you'll receive your good deed back to you. However, I was so narrow-minded in defining you, or me in this case, as the recipient. I thought I consist of me physically, while I forgot I consist of my family, friends, the people that I love, and all people that have intertwined with my life and have shaped me as a person. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope my speech today would be a cue to you to stop being kind. If you still expect people to do the same thing to you, but instead shift your focus, broaden your perspective that being kind is unconditional. So, are you ready to share your unconditional love to more people in this world through your kindness? Back to you, Contest Master.
All right, that was amazing as always, Kak Mady. If you want to give a round of applause to our president, go on ahead. What an amazing speech. It's not tiring that I've heard it over and over and over again, but I still get inspired by you. You are just that good. And we wish you the best of luck on your competition on Sunday. We hope that you win and take us to the next level. If you want to, that is. All right, everyone. We are going to have another prepared speaker. One of our beloved members are going to have their own prepared speaker now, delivering their project. And I shall invite the evaluator to introduce our next prepared speaker. To Toastmaster Dini, the screen and time is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting. So it's my first time coming here, and then it's an honor for me to evaluate Toastmaster Pradita Agustina. And then now she is in a level 2, project 1, with a project understanding your communication style. So basically this speech requires the member to learn about the different communication styles and identify her primary style. And also This speech requires the member to share the impact of her style on others. So I guess we cannot wait to listen to Toastmaster Pradita's story about her communication style. And without further ado, please help me welcome our beautiful lady here, Toastmaster Pradita Agustina. Never go out of style. Never go out of style. Toastmaster Pradita Agustina.
What is your style? Chic, modest, or Harry Styles? Well, I'm sorry, that was lame. We're not talking about Harry Styles right now. Since we are here in one of the most renowned public speaking community, we're certainly not talking about that kind of style right now. We're gonna talk about communication style. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Do you know that the way we communicate actually has styles? And delving deeper into what is the most effective way to communicate for us is actually beneficial. So let me share my screen. According to Toastmasters, there are 4 communication styles. The first one is the direct communicators. They are perceived as someone who is decisive, competitive, independent, confident, focused, and results-oriented. The second one, initiating communicators. Sociable, enthusiastic, energetic, spontaneous, and fun-loving. The third one, analytical. The precise, exact, logical, systematic, and task-oriented one. And the last one, the supportive. The one who is seen as someone who is calm, steady, approachable, sincere, gentle, careful, patient, and amiable. So now, for those of you who know me quite well, please type one of these styles that suits me best. So you can type direct if you think that I am a direct communicator, or perhaps initiating if you think that I am an initiating communicator. I'm waiting for that. Okay, I see 2 supportive. Anyone else? Supportive? Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for those who have answered my question. So let me show you the result of my survey through Toastmaster. Yes, this is so right. So based on the survey that I have from Toastmasters, it implies that I am a quiet, supportive communicator. I get 6 points here, and then I get direct and analytical for 3 points each. And it implies that I don't have this initiating side. Well, I think it's not surprising because I do agree that I am a supportive communicator, but I kind of surprised that, well, I don't have this initiating side at all based on Toastmaster. So my most dominant communication style of all 4 is supportive indeed. The second is both direct and analytical. I admit that among these 4 communication styles, the supportive style speaks a lot about me. Some of the proofs are, the first one, in communicating with people, I always try my best to be careful, especially by paying attention to how the person that I am communicating with feels. So for example, when we are in a conversation, I often think, oh, how does she feel about that? Or will it hurt him if I say this or that? And at times, I even ask them whether they want to hear my opinion or simply just need me to listen to them. These all are because I want them to feel heard. I want them to feel like they can trust me, that I care about them, and I want to be supportive of them in the best way I could. The second proof, I hate conflicts. I tend to avoid debate. This is something that I have been realizing since I was in high school. Part of the reason is that at times I feel like I am not sound enough about my opinion, and on the other side, it's because I pretty much require a non-tension environment to communicate effectively. I feel like I could not think clearly when I am under pressure, and not to mention when it's in a communicating setting. And the third proof, I think I will call myself a good listener, and I do believe that some of you perhaps agree with that. Well, I'm not being, cocky or something, but I do believe that I am a good listener. I do believe in the power of active listening and how we can build trust through reciprocal communication, especially with people we cherish. I am patient enough to listen to what the other person has to say, because deep down, I know that feeling heard is one of the best feelings we could have in the world. But of course, that's not always the case. It depends on the communication situation that I am in, because communication styles are situational and we don't usually belong to only one communication style. You have seen my result. I have 3 communication styles. So it may be a combination of those styles, just like the results that I have. And my primary style is supportive. But I also present some direct and analytical styles in communicating. In my case, the supportive mode is usually the style that I use when I wish to build trust between myself and the other person. But sometimes, well, I do use my direct or analytical communication style more than the others. I feel like knowing what the communication types are and which style suits a certain situation helps me much in achieving effective communication. Some of the benefits from understanding our communication styles are perhaps that it can lead us to higher efficiency and good morale in the workplace, and then increased innovation and creative potential in groups, and also satisfactory personal and familiar relationships. Now, the question is how much my communication style has impacted my life. Well, I suppose the first one, people are often not afraid to ask for my opinions or help regarding our work or anything, because they feel like they can say what they have in mind, because I tend to present as someone who is open to anything. On the flip side, it makes me sometimes appear indecisive, because oftentimes I am just being too careful when speaking, down to the point where I ended up not speaking at all. And the third one, personally, I sense that people trust me easily, because it is quite easy for me to build a deep and meaningful relationship with people I cherish. So in a nutshell, knowing which styles should be applied in a certain situation is essential. The better we know about this, the more effective communication we build and the more meaningful relationship that we have. Because I believe that communication is the lifeline of any relationship. Indeed, it helps us to understand our communication style. And hopefully it's never go out of style. Back to you, Toastmaster.
All right, thank you very much, Toastmaster Dita. It was such a nice and inspiring speech by you. Now that you've delivered your speech, I'm kind of curious what all of our speaking styles are. Maybe you can share the link to the survey to us, Scott.
Oh, actually, it is something that you have to access in the pathway. So I don't really know if we can access it. Really?
Raki, you have to finish your level 1 first.
Yeah,
and then
go
Well, I
to
guess we'll
level
have-
2, and then you will
We'll just
access
have to
that one.
find.
Yeah.
We'll
Because
just
it's
have to
going to
find
be
another
your,
survey, Kat.
yeah, it's going to be your project pathway.
All right. Anyways, thank you so much for delivering your speech, Kadit. Congratulations on finishing up your next project. Okay, so everyone, it's time for us to move on to our second session, which is the most exciting session for all of our guests and for all of our members, which is the table topic session, where all of you get to speak for 1 to 2 minutes, according to the prompt that our TTM has given you. All right, without no further ado, I'll introduce our TTM, which today is Toastmaster Aan. This Toastmaster Aan, time and place is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Akara. Hi, everyone. Good evening. So we are so excited having you here. We have 15 members now. Hopefully, all of us can participate in the table topic session. All right. First of all, I'm going to share my screen. Is it visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Dita. So our theme of the day is Maslow pyramid, and our WOD or word of the day is cherish. Cherish means to love, protect, and care for someone or something that is important to you. For example, he cared for me beyond measure and cherished me in his heart. A little bit explanation about Maslow pyramid as what Toastmaster Akara previously explained. Maslow pyramids is the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So it's like the hierarchy of the needs of the human. From the bottom on the hierarchy to upwards, the needs are physiological needs, for example, like air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, and reproduction. And also the next level is safety needs. Safety needs consist of personal security, then employment, resources, health, and also the property. And the next level, the third level, is love and belonging. So it is consist of friendship, intimacy, family, and sense of connection. Then the next level is esteem or self-esteem, maybe we can say like that, that consists of respect, then status, recognition of the people, freedom, and also the strength. And last but not least is the self-actualization. Self-actualization needs are the highest level in Maslow's hierarchy and refer to the realization of a person's potential. For example, like the self-fulfillment, and also when we seek for the personal growth and also the peak experience that we have in our life. So ladies and gentlemen, that's the explanation of Maslow pyramid. Don't forget to use our WOD, which is cherish, in your speech. I'm going to stop my screen sharing first, and please raise your hand if you are ready to be the first speaker in our table topic session today. Ladies and gentlemen, anyone who would like to be the first speaker? Toastmaster Kiki, you are here. Hello, Kak Kiki. I'm so happy to have you here. Are you there?
Why
Toastmaster-
are you always? Why are you? What's my sin to you?
Okay, Toastmaster Kiki, I have a question for you. Do you want to be our first speaker today?
Of course, I have no choice if you choose me.
Thank you very much. Yay. So, Toastmaster Kiki, this question is very interesting for me, but I don't know for you, yeah. The question is, do you believe Maslow pyramid is still an accurate representation of our hierarchy of needs? Toastmaster Kiki, your question is, do you believe Maslow pyramid is still an accurate representation of our hierarchy of needs? Let me back to the previous slide. Okay, this is the hierarchy. So, Toastmaster Kiki, you may have the floor.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster An, for always giving me the hard question. I don't know why. It's always me, but I hope everyone got harder question because I am very vengeful with Toastmaster An. So, all right. This got me thinking a lot actually because I asked ChatGPT last night, and for those of you who are in the group, I've sent it to the group, and it got me thinking, because every time I talk about psychology with my friends, I always bring up the Maslow's hierarchy of needs because I think it's very much a true thing to say. And I've had this small discussion with my friend also about, being nationalistic, about working for the country. And what got me thinking is that why the job like public servants are very popular among people. It's because we are a developing country. because we are still far down in the Maslow hierarchy of needs. We still need the physiological needs, you know. That's why, oh, you know, public servants are always guaranteed to have a good life. Really? Not really. I mean, I still feel like I'm a poor man being a public servant in Jakarta. It's not enough, guys. Really, I'm in poverty right now. But anyways, so it is relevant. It is possible that it is still true to this day. But the problem is, think about it from top to bottom. Is it still right? Does it hold true? No. I have a simpler question. Is it mutually exclusive? I mean, if you are being fulfilled at the top, does it automatically means that you are fulfilled at the bottom? My answer is maybe, but maybe not. So it acts as a useful guidelines, but maybe don't stand by it 100%. So back to you, Toastmaster Han.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Kiki. Yay! Please, everyone, give a round of applause for Toastmaster Kiki. So, Toastmaster Kiki, so your answer is maybe yes or maybe no. Well, I am thinking about it too. And-
Yes, but don't take it 100%.
Okay.
That's my take.
All right. So, Toastmaster Kiki, please invite one of us here to be the next speaker who will be invited by you.
I don't know, man. I'm the first speaker, right?
Yes, you're the first speaker. You can invite our soon-to-be Toastmaster or maybe our Toastmaster, like Toastmaster Imam or Toastmaster Iren.
Oh, I want the offline audience then. Toastmaster Irene.
All right. So Toastmaster Iren, are you there? Thank you very much, Kak Kiki.
Yes, I'm here. Oh my
Okay.
God, Kiki, why you have to choose me?
Because you have a debt to me. Have you visited Bansan? That's for later.
Okay.
I'll answer that later, but I want to see you.
Okay.
Okay, Toastmaster Iren, the next question is for you, and this is the question. Toastmaster Iren, do you think self-esteem, for example, respect, status, and recognition is important? Why? Do you think self-esteem, respect, status, recognition is important? Why? Toastmaster Iren, you may have the floor.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Aan, for the question. So I think self-esteem is important for everyone because from that self-esteem, it can help people to know themselves, and of course, it can help people to make a way for the things that they want to choose in their life. But in here, I said important doesn't mean it's the most important thing, because there are so many self-esteem, like you said before, it is status, recognition, and everything else. And I think it's the factor to build self-esteem in ourselves. But that factor is really important because, and it's not the most important, but it's important because from that factor, it can help people to know themselves, and it can help people also to choose about the things that they want to do. And rather than that, there are many people in here that I think self-esteem is also close to the confidence. And because of the confidence that they have, they can show the people the ability that they have. And I think that's all. It's important. Thank you.
Wow, a very great answer. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Iren. So self-esteem is important because we need to know ourselves. Then after we know ourselves, we can develop our skills and also the another possibilities that we can explore inside of our ourselves. Thank you, Toastmaster Iren. So please invite one of us to be our next speaker. Maybe you can also invite one of our soon-to-be Toastmaster.
Okay, so maybe I think I will choose soon-to-be Toastmaster that in SAM unit as one as me. It is soon-to-be Toastmaster Putra.
All right, thank you very much. Soon-to-be Toastmaster Putra, am I audible to you?
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, soon-to-be Toastmaster Putra, are you ready for the next question?
Yes, I'm ready.
But I couldn't hear you clearly, soon-to-be Toastmaster
Hello?
Putra. Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, but I can hear you, but it's not clear. What about the other? Toastmaster Akara or Toastmaster Iren and Toastmaster Dita?
I think I can hear
So
him.
to be Toastmasters, Putra's voice is a little muffled, but I think we can manage. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me now? I have to my default setting. Oh,
So to be Toastmaster Putra, you sound a little bit muffled to us. So
Yes.
maybe it's something to do with the microphone you're using. I don't really know.
Yes.
change my
Maybe you can change the audio input.
Yeah.
Or would you just like to be our next table topic speaker while
Yes.
you prepare for that? Yeah.
While waiting for soon-to-be Toastmaster Putra, maybe we can go with Toastmaster Akara.
That wasn't what I meant. Just because I suggested soon to be Toastmaster Putra too. All right,
Okay. Okay, so Toastmaster
then.
Akara,
Let's see.
I think this question is perfect for you. Toastmaster Akara, how do you exercise your self-control? Toastmaster Akara, how do you exercise your self-control? The time is yours.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So, self-control. It's not exactly something that I would describe myself as having right now, because as you may have experienced, in my own experience, my self-control comes and goes. A few years ago, I would have said that I had the best self-control in the world. I was able to prioritize all of my things. I was able to have a clear goal on what I want to do. And I was able to keep myself in track with it. But now that I'm hitting this adult life, you know, in the working space, going back to school as a student, it seems like all self-control went out of the door. Lately, it's like I don't even know how to control myself on not spending my money, because the more things I see on the internet, the more things I want. But here comes the funny thing. I've been through this before. My self-control has been here. My self-control has left me sometimes. And it's not exactly something that you exactly know how to control, basically, if that makes any sense. Sometimes you just have a certain thing that motivates you to control yourself. For example, a few years ago, I motivated myself to save up my money because I wanted to buy a house. But then lately, I don't want a house anymore, so I spent that money on something else. It's such a funny thing, you guys. But I guess we'll all have to try our best in controlling ourselves. Whether you're good at it or you're not, you just have to go with your own pace. That's all from me. Thank you very much, Toastmaster An.
Wow, what a story. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Akara, for sharing to us. And Okay, please everyone give a round of applause for Toastmaster Akara. I would like to check soon-to-be Toastmaster Putra. Are you ready to be the next speaker, or you are still preparing your audio connection? Okay. Soon-to-be Toastmaster Putra seems still muted. And maybe I would like to go to another soon-to-be Toastmaster. What about soon-to-be Toastmaster Ilmi? Hello, Kak Ilmi, are you there?
Hello, I'm so sorry for my device. I can open my camera.
No worries. So would you be our next speaker?
I'm just trying my best, okay?
Sure, yes. Okay, you just try your best. And this question, I think it is perfect for you. So, soon-to-be Master Ilmi, doing your best is a form of self-respect. This is not a question, but this is a quote. Okay. Soon-to-be Master Ilmi, doing your best is a form of self-respect. Soon-to-be Master Ilmi, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you Anna, for the chance. I think I'm very agree with the quotes that we as a human have to take self-respect with self-development and kind of thing, because if we are as human not having evaluating ourselves, then we can never grow. And as my experience, self-respect is we get self-respect after we know our self-esteem and our how and why we live in this world. So I think the first step that we have to take is knowing what main reason in our life. I think that's all for me. I'm just very nervous right now. I'm so sorry.
Oh my God, you doesn't sound nervous at all. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ilmi, for sharing. And okay, next we're gonna go to the next speaker. What about soon-to-be Toastmaster Putra? Are you there? All right, while waiting for soon-to-be Toastmaster Putra, I would like to invite soon-to-be Toastmaster Fania. Soon-to-be Toastmaster Fania.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. So, are you ready to be our next speaker?
Actually, I'm so nervous, and my intention to join this what is it? This forum is as an observant first, because it is my first, what is it? My first
Yes.
your
first
time to join here, but okay, I will give a try.
Okay,
to
so
answer.
I will choose maybe an easy question, an easy segment, or maybe quotes for you. Since it is Master Fania, so you don't need to be worried. Just do your best and talk as much as possible. Okay, soon to be the Master Fania. This is the quotes from Abraham Maslow. Be independent of the good opinion of other people. Soon to be the Master Fania. Be independent of the good opinion of other people. Soon to be the Master Fania. You may have the floor.
Okay. It is a nice quote. Yeah. Be independent of good opinion of the people. It means like we are courage to be disliked, because it means like we don't have any obligation to to obey or to believe in other people's opinion, as long as we are feeling, we are sure that we are sure that we are good enough for ourselves. I think it doesn't need any other external validation from other people. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'll give it a try to give any comments of this, of these quotes. Maybe for my first time, it's enough for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, everyone, give a round of applause for Cindy Master Fania. Yes, we are totally agree that we don't need any validation from the others, because one of the most important thing is how we see ourselves. Isn't it? Yes. Thank you very much again, Cindy Master Fania. Hopefully in the future I can still apply this these quotes in my life, because sometimes we as the human, especially in the social media era now, we need like the validation from the others sometimes, but hopefully we can still validate ourselves and be independent from the opinion of the others. So, Cindy Master Fania, thank you very much for giving your opinion in our table topic session today. Next, I would like to invite Sun Tributus Master Putra. Sun Tributus Master Putra, are you there?
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Sorry, it seems like I have some device issue.
Okay, no worries. I think it's better than the previous audio, yeah. Okay, Sun Tributus Master Putra, you will be the last speaker of today's table topic session. So this is the last question for you. Okay. So we already have the quotes, then now we are having the question. The question for Sun Tributus Master Putra. Are there any specific needs of Maslow pyramid that you prioritize over others? Sun Tributus Master Putra, are there any specific needs of Maslow pyramid that you prioritize over others? Sun Tributus Master Putra, you may have the floor.
I think all of needs that Maslow have thought is all of that is important for us. So we can just fulfill one aspect and then not fulfill others, because that maybe make our life we not fulfill our life. Sorry, I don't know what I have to say. And yeah, I think we have to fulfill everything, every needs that Maslow taught to us. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much, Sun Tributus Master Putra, for your answer and also for a great opinion. So you believe that all of the aspects are important in the Maslow pyramid, right? So there is no other aspect that's more important, or there are not any specific needs of Maslow pyramid that you prioritize over others, because all of them are important for you. Thank you very much again, Sun Tributus Master Putra. Hopefully we can listen to your speech for the next week, as well as Sun Tributus Master Fania, Sun Tributus Master Ilmi, and all of the Toastmasters. So thank you very much, everyone, for participating in today's table topic session. Hopefully it can give any additional knowledge for all of us that attend the Minister of Finance Masters Club regular meeting today. I am Krata Ayun as the table topic master, signing off, and back to you, Toastmaster Akara.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Aan, for the very fun and very interactive table topic session, which the questions, I have to say, were quite hard. For all of you first-timers who think you did, I don't know, don't worry, guys. For us who are members also, like, we think, oh my God, the questions were so hard. It needed thought, you know, and I can't think right now. I'm not feeling very English. Okay, So that's all for our table topic session. I hope you guys had great fun. I sure did. And I hope you guys, if you want to, you can join our next meeting. You can always join our meeting every Friday. All right, it's time for us to go to our third session, which is our evaluation session, which will be led by our general evaluator. Back to you, Toastmaster Mady. I give the control to the GE, which is our Madam President.
Okay. I think Raki is freezing. Is it me or Raki?
I think
I got, yes.
he's freezing.
Okay.
Wait, am I freezing? All
You
right,
were,
where did I?
No.
but
I
you're
was
no
cut
longer
off.
freezing.
Okay.
Before I start the evaluation session, I think we should take a picture first, yeah, everyone, since we
Oh yeah,
still have
I
plenty of people here.
forgot.
Before
Of course.
we forget about it, everyone, please turn on your camera. I know Kak Imam and Irene is getting ready there in the offline setting. You look good, both of you, like always. And then we have Sundubitas Master Putra, Sundubitas Master Ilmi, Sundubitas Master Lulu. Mbak Lulu, please come again offline ya with Kak Imam and Kak Dita also. Who
All right,
else?
Aan, what would be our pose for today? You always have ideas about how we should pose.
Maybe like this, Maslow.
All right. As Toastmaster Aan has said,
Yes,
if
like
you guys
that.
can do this,
MOF.
please do.
Maybe.
Or
Like
this.
Yes.
All right.
Siapa
If
yang
you
take
guys can do
picture?
this, please do. I'll take the picture.
Okay.
Thank
But you
you,
can do this,
Raki.
Raki, it's also M, right? If you are using your only hand.
M for Maslow and Mady.
And Mr.
All right.
Finance too.
This
All right,
one
everyone,
is
give
you.
us your best smile. I'll take the picture on 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll take another one. 1, 2, 3. All right, everybody, thank you very much. Now back to you, Madam G, for our evaluation.
Thank you so much, Raki, for the photo session. Everyone, it's me again. It's time for us to embark our last agenda, in which it is the evaluation session. I'm going to evaluate the meeting in general and your speech in particular. We are going to start with the personal evaluator for our speaker, Toastmaster Dita, that will be given by the evaluator, Toastmaster Dini. Before that, I'm going to ask Kak Imam to get ready to time Toastmaster Dini from 1 to 3 minutes, I suppose.
2 to
2
3.
to 3.
Yes.
Okay, 2 to 3 minutes. I'm sorry, 2 to 3 minutes. Toastmaster Imam, Toastmaster Dini, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so Toastmaster Dini, the screen is yours.
Okay, first thing first, before I start, I'm worried that my internet connection might be unstable because that's why I turned out my camera. But anyway, so let me have the spotlight for Toastmaster Dita now. So Toastmaster Dita, you said that communication is the lifeline of our life. So if you said so, I would say that your life must have been on a good track, because I noticed that not only you are a good speaker, I believe that you are also a good communicator based on your performance. And that was awesome. And then if I may give you 3 points that I love from your performance, the first one is the speech purposes. So you have successfully met all the speech purposes. And then I believe this is one of, the requirements that we need to meet when we deliver a project, especially in Toastmasters. Make sure that we have met all the points in the speech purposes. And then you did a very great job. And the second one is, I was sort of absorbed with the story, and then I noticed that you had a good structure of speech. We can notice which one is the opening, body, and then closing. And not only that, you also seize the audience attention with some questions so that you can engage with them. And that was awesome. The third one is how you provided the example. So you provided a solid and clear example, and I believe everyone here can learn from your experience and realizing your communication styles. And I believe you can step up and even more to be a greater communicator by probably applying these 3 suggestions for me. The first one is eye contact. I noticed that you have tried your best to look at the camera. And I also noticed when you try to catch some words, you tend to look upward like this. And yeah, sometimes it makes lose the energy. Okay, so you might lose your engagement with your audience. So make sure that you keep your eye contact intact with the camera. The second one is the camera adjustment, because probably it's a little bit too. We want to see more of your hand gestures because it's a little bit down here, and then I only see some little fingers, just a little tip here. So we want more. So probably if your room is kind of narrow, so you can try to move your hands up like this so that your hand gestures are visible. The third one is how you created the impact. I actually liked how you delivered the impact of your communication styles. And then in my opinion, it would be nice if you can categorize the impact. So you can provide the pros and then cons. Anyway, any communication style, we always have the pros and cons. So probably you can highlight on that. Overall, I enjoyed it very much. Back to you.
Kak Medi?
I'm sorry, I forgot. Thank you so much,
All right.
Toastmaster Dini. I think Toastmaster Aan has a very great hint in seeing you as a great evaluator because your evaluation is very thorough. Thank you so much and congratulations, Toastmaster Dita. Now I'm going to move on to my next team member. I think I would go to my timer first to make sure that our ballot can create the poll. But one thing for sure, I think we don't have to vote for the best prepared speaker and the best evaluator since we only have one, but we only have to vote for the table topic speaker. Okay, so Toastmaster Imam, please deliver your report as a timer.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Good evening. I believe you can hear me all right. Yeah. Before I give my report, I want to confess my sin. I think I didn't explain my role very detailed, I suppose. For table topic sessions, I said before that it's a 1 to 2 minute time, right? And I think I forgot to mention that we have to give our speeches at least 1 minute, and then the time limit is 2 minutes and 20 minutes. So some of our speakers doesn't achieve the specified the required time limit. So some of us give less than 1 minute, and I'm sorry for those people. They're not eligible. And also I forgot to mention that I will start the time when you start to speak. So when you the first word came out into your mouth, I pushed the button to start the time. So that I also forgot to mention, and I'm sorry about that. But nevertheless, let's move on. For the prepared speech session, Medika delivered her speech within 6 minutes and 29 seconds, and for Pradita, it was 7 minutes and 23 seconds. And unfortunately, Dita, you are eligible to be voted. And moving on to the table topic sessions, we have 6 speakers. 3 of them are soon-to-be Toastmasters, which I believe give very nice speeches. And for the time report, we have 3 people that are eligible, and unfortunately 3 of them are also not eligible. You may vote Irene, Akara, and also Pania. The 3 of them are eligible to be voted. And for Sharaki, Ilmi, and also Putra, I'm sorry, you're not eligible to be voted as the best table topic speaker. And for the evaluation sessions, Toastmaster Dini deliver her evaluations within 3 minutes and 34 seconds, and unfortunately, again, you're not eligible to be voted. So I think that's all the reports from me. Thank you very much for your attention. Back to you, Madam G.
Thank you so much, our timer. I think it's okay. We tend to forget, yeah, our role. We tend to go off script from our introduction. So it's just information for our first timer here. Time limit, it's just important for you to be voted as the best table topic speaker. But further, it also helps you to be concise in delivering your message for those who exceed the time, and to motivate you to speak more within the time frame if you're still talking beneath 1 minute of limit. So don't be afraid of the timing. Just make it as a motivation for you to be concise or to speak more. All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster Imam. I think due to Toastmaster Imam report, we can now vote while we are listening to other reports. So I'm going to call my grammarian next, Toastmaster Dita. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, Toastmaster
Wait a
Dita, the
minute.
screen is yours.
Wait a minute. I think my perfectionist side. Okay.
You forget the presentation, eh?
Yeah, I forget to, ngerapiin tuh apa ya bahasa Inggrisnya?
Tadi ngap.
Yeah, but it's a little bit more tidy than before. So hi everyone, back to me again as your grammarian today. So I have observed all of the speeches today, and perhaps I have tried my best to spot any mistakes that we might have made previously. So I think it is more into the tenses and some of the missing part of how do you call it? Not aspects, but yeah, I can call it as aspects in a sentence. So the first one, I think I noticed someone mention a very exhausted trip, if I'm not mistaken. But I think the proper word for it is a very exhausting trip, if I'm not mistaken. So this is about participle, perhaps. So participle is like an adjective with ing or ed. So it's like, for example, when we want to say I am bored or I am boring, it has two different meaning, right? So I think we need to pay a closer attention to the use of this kind of participle in adjective in participle. So the second one, like you stated before, perhaps the speaker just mentioned just missed to use the sound of D stated. So it sounds like the speaker just say like you state before. Well, I think it should be using the past tense. And then someone mentioned I'm really agree. If I'm not mistaken, I think it should be I really agree, because agree here is plays a role as a verb. And then perhaps if we want to spice things up, if we want to use some kind of more fancier words, we can use strongly agree, totally agree, completely agree, or perhaps couldn't agree more, so that we don't really use really quite often. And then someone mentioned as my experience. I think it should be as for my experience. So we have some kind of missing preposition here. So Google said that you use as for and as to at the beginning of a sentence in order to introduce a slightly different subject that is still connected to the previous one. So I think we should put the preposition for here in the context of the speaker had to say before. And someone mentioned it is nice quote. It is a nice quote. So we missed a determiner here, an A, because the speaker referred to a quote, to one quote, I suppose. So I think we should use the determiner A here. So I think that's all about the grammar. And I noticed some exceptional words or phrases. The first one, went out of the door. I think this is not something that is analogical, but I think we can use this to say something that is not here anymore. So it's like previously Toastmaster Akara is the one who mentioned this. So I think we can use this phrase to, we don't just say I kind of forget what were you saying, Raki?
My
Could you repeat?
self-control went out of the door.
Yeah, my self-control went out of the door. So we just don't say like my self-control just disappear or something like that. So we use this kind of phrase to make fancier words. And also I noticed something with Toastmaster Fania said we don't need any validation from others, which is a good quote here. And also Toastmaster Akara, you just have to go in your own pace. So I think that's all from me, and I hope that we can learn something from our grammar evaluation, because I learned a lot. I just browsed some of the theories on grammar and tenses in the Google before I present this presentation to you. So I suppose that we all learn from here. So thank you very much, and back to you, Toastmaster Medica.
All right. Thank you so much, our Madam Grammarian. We're not only learning something, we learned a lot from your presentation, actually. Thank you so much for showing where we did wrong so that we can improve. Everyone, don't feel encouraged to speak after you get corrected, because it means that we care for you and we want you to be perfect on your next speech. Next, I'm going to call my counter, Toastmaster Irene, to deliver her report. Toastmaster Irene, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maybe.
You want to use this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was echoing, but
Thank you, Toastmaster Maybe.
nice. Okay.
I will share my screen first. Okay. So I think for Toastmaster Maybe and Toastmaster Pradita, I didn't hear speakers or anything else related words. And I think for me, because I didn't count myself and I didn't watch myself, so that's why I don't know. I don't know, but I think I have one sentence to be repeated, like the sentence of the improve of the person, like that. And it's for me and for the other people in here that got like so I think it's a normal thing, because sometimes people just focus on the sentence and on the what is the right answer for us to give, and it's not a mistake for me, because in here we are learning together. And like Toastmaster Miri said before, if you want to like have no space fillers and everything like that, like, okay, so I think I just repeated my words of like, and in here we can get practice more and practice more, so we can have no space filler, I think. But in here, just a review from me, and back again to Toastmaster Maybe.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Irene, for your. It is pretty manual, yeah. You put you edit the PDF, yeah, by putting your words there. Thank you so much for the efforts, Toastmaster Irene. I do that pretty often. I think that would be all for my team, and that would be my cue to deliver my general evaluator of the meeting. First, about the punctuality, I think we kind of late for several minutes because I keep make sure that we have first timer, because I intend to not delivering my presentation if we have no first timer to save up time. But thankfully we have first timer. It means that people keep coming to our meeting, so thank you so much. But we have a very great Tom and all great role takers that make sure we are still pretty on time. Currently it's still 6:22, so even though we start late, hopefully we won't finish late. Next, about the preparation, I think because we had a holiday yesterday, our focus went pretty blur about our meeting today. So we didn't really put 100 concentration, especially by my side, from my side. But thankfully, we have a very committed excos and also role takers. So some of our role takers, well, one of our role taker take double role for today. Thank you so much. And for the rest of role takers are covered very nicely. And then for the theme, I think it's a very unique and interesting theme for our VPE, Toastmaster Aan. Thank you so much for your preparation. And then for the vibes, I think we have a pretty normal vibes. I'm happy that our soon-to-be Toastmaster are pretty excited. However, we didn't see many volunteers at the beginning of our table topic session. Hopefully, this would encourage our soon-to-be Toastmaster to be braver. Just do it, you know, just volunteer yourself, or even our member, if you wish. You've paid for it. It would be a waste if you don't use the chance to speak. So volunteer yourself, so that we have more dynamic in our double topic session, and we can maintain this fun and also exciting vibe in our table topic session. And then what else? Yeah, what should I comment? Our role takers are very, very stellar today. We have our Tom Akara, who's been starting to be Tom again after several years. He keeps saying that he cannot do it, he forgot things, but he did it very nice nonetheless. And then we have our timer Toastmaster Imam, who's been actively helping us every time. Thank you so much, Kak Imam. And then we have Toastmaster Iren for being present offline to assist our Toastmaster Imam. Thank you so much for coming, Irene, and becoming the counter. And then we have our grammarian, Toastmaster Pradita, although she is currently preparing her speech, but she's still willing to be the grammarian, a makeshift grammarian to be precise. Thank you so much. And then we have Aan as our double topic master, who created the question, the theme, and engaged with the participants very, very nicely. I think that would be a very great example for our soon-to-be Toastmaster, that we are leading by example. This is how we learn our leadership, by taking care of the meeting, taking role, and becoming role takers means you will talk, whether you like it or not. That would be a public speaking course, also indirectly. All in all, I think today's meeting is very pleasant. Although I think we have a pretty medium-sized guest today, 14 high, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's pretty, what is it? Sufficient, ideal, because it's not many people, but it's not less people coming too. So the interaction between members and soon-to-be Toastmaster are balanced, not really, leaning to certain team. I mean, like, we have a balanced chance for both members and soon-to-be Toastmaster. I hope that we could maintain this kind of meeting in our weekly meeting next week. And I think that would be all for my general evaluation of the meeting. But before that, since I asked you guys to evaluate my speech, if you have any input for my speech prior, I don't know, did you hear it or not? But when I perform my bird, it sounds weird. My bird pet was screaming so loud. I don't know, did you hear it or not? I really need your input, whether my performance were lacking in a way. If you wish to say it directly, just raise your hand, or just you unmute yourself. Or if you wish to say it to me directly through messages, through the chat, or through WhatsApp, it's also okay. But I need your evaluation since I'm so nervous for tomorrow. I think that would be all for me. I'm going to give the control back to our Tom Toastmaster Aki.
All right, thank you very much, Toastmaster Mady, for the evaluations. And everyone, by the way, since I'm also your ballot counter, I might as well just announce the winners right now. And I shall share the results of the poll. Don't be surprised, please. All right, so it's pretty balanced. All of us that are eligible, we both got 3 votes out of 9. So congratulations to us all, I guess. But I would like to deliver a special congratulations to soon-to-be Toastmaster Vania, even though she said that it was her first time, but she did very great. She did stellar. She did amazing. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for joining joining the Ministry of Finance weekly meeting. The Ministry of Finance Toastmasters Club weekly meeting. What is wrong with me today? I keep mixing up my words. Okay. So thank you very much, everyone. I hope you had great fun, and I hope you do come and rejoin us in our next meeting. So to close up the meeting, I shall give the control back to our Madam President, Toastmaster Mady.
Thank you so much, Raki. So in conclusion, we don't have any winner, or everyone should be the winner.
Everyone is a winner, Kak.
Okay.
I don't like the former.
Today,
I think everyone should be the winner.
today we have 3 crowns for
Three.
best table topic speaker. Actually, sometimes, well, in Toastmaster rules, bell counter has the power to break the tie. But
Oh,
since,
for real?
yeah, you don't have the heart to choose yourself, I'm sure, Aki, you are a humble break yourself. So you will not break the tie. So everyone, congratulations to Toastmaster Raki, Toastmaster Irene, and soon to be Toastmaster Fania for winning today's best table topic speaker. Before I officially close the meeting, I want to hear from our first timer. I guess it is soon to be Toastmaster. Soon to be Toastmaster Fania. Is it your first time? I forgot. Yeah, I asked you earlier.
Yeah, it is my first time joining this.
Okay,
forum.
so what do you say about our meeting?
It is such a great experience for me because finally I have my courage to join this Toastmaster because actually I have my intention to join this forum since 1 year ago maybe, but
Oh my God.
I had no, what is it? I had no bravery, or I was so afraid to join this forum, but finally today I make my first shot here.
So what do you say? After you join, are you still afraid, or you feel not afraid, or you feel more afraid after meeting everyone here?
I don't know. The nervous is still there, but it feels like it's challenging for me. So I may join it the next week or the next what is it, opportunity.
Yay!
I hope I can
Thank you
join.
so much to Miss Master Fania, because I believe everyone is afraid. Me too. I was afraid to join because people were intimidating. They look very fluent in English. They look very
Yeah.
professional, while my English is like not like that. But it's okay. If you feel like your English is broken, you can say it in Bahasa. We can directly help you to translate what is it in Bahasa to English. If you kind of notice, some of us are still trying to put Bahasa in our language, even in our chats, because we don't want to feel, like we don't use Bahasa at all in this club, or we don't want our Subjectus Master to feel alienated by we are talking English very fast sometimes, or like we are getting so ahead of ourselves between members. So thank you so much to Master Fania. I hope you could come again next week. Bring your friends if you feel like, aduh, I'm alone nih, I'm afraid lah kalau alone lah. Take your friends with you. Anyone from ITJEN. Kak Imam here is from ITJEN also. Myself from DJA, Kadita here from DJPK, Iren here from Secretary General, Mas Putra here from Pusintek. I mean like Raki here from DJBC, si Aan, our TTM is from DJPB. So I feel like we're all family. You don't have to feel afraid. You don't have to feel shy. Just come again next week, and hopefully you will get used to the nervousness. No nervousness, the nerve. Nervous in the noun to nerve kalau nggak salah. Okay, so I think that would be all, everyone. It's 6:32, I guess. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. I'm sorry I took more of your time than I supposed to. I hope that you have pleasant weekend. Please wish me luck this Sunday. I'm going to perform my speech in front of our friends from Malaysia, Brunei, and fellow Indonesians. If you have time, please watch it through Zoom. I also will perform it on Zoom at 8 a.m. in the morning. So please wish me luck, and see you next Friday, everyone. With this, I call this meeting adjourned.
Thank you, Kak Medi. Good luck ya, Kak. Semoga lancar-lancar besok.